Hi, this is my another weekly recap, and I have some points at this time, so I don't deviate from it, like from the point of this video. So there are few things that I tried to do this week, and realizations and so on, because this is my first time writing. I just learned on my mistakes, I guess. Because what I thought I could evade just these simple mistakes, and that I could make my writing process even. I tried reading on writing. I tried just reading and learning from reading. That's the most effective so far. But still, I also watched countless of YouTube videos. But it still doesn't take away my personal experience and my personal ups and downs. So I still have to. It's long. It takes so long, but maybe I don't know. I hate also that I want to finish it as fast as I can, but in another hand, I feel that I can't put it away. Like I can't stretch it. Like Ayn Rand, I think she took 12 years. It took her to write Atlas Shrugged. At one hand, I want to give myself a year. But in another hand, I gave myself just a week to finish this 12th chapter. And I found out that I'm stepping once again in the same trap, and I will be once again forced to do this writing detox. So yes, I'm a horrible learner. Back to the point. So these writing profiles did help. But they did help in the point that I just see what I need to still to, like, not really develop, but what I still need to find out about these characters, so it all makes sense. I mean, it helps, and I'm moving slowly, but I'm moving in that 12th chapter. So it's because my friend asked me. I'm on actual page. I'm on 127 pages. So plus one page. At first, I thought it will be simple, but I realized why I can't move on in this chapter. Because there is so much I don't know. Like, despite me doing a lot of world building, so that world building I did is like kind of almost like an investment for later. Like, it's not really helping at the moment if it's not an obstacle. I realized that at the moment I don't know enough, and now it feels just this chapter I felt it's lacking something, that I'm not reaching its full potential. That's one thing. Then second thing, there's this, if you read my prologue, then there are parts I don't really like. Though I said I am proud of it, there's this part I don't like. And I didn't know what should I do about it. And I closed it yesterday as well, because there's a lot of things I changed. So it's no longer relevant. I returned to it, and from all I know right now, I changed it as well. Plus, I mean, I could tell I could tell by points what I don't, what didn't let me breathe and kind of leave it already be. So mainly it's the situation with this child, with this second child in Adrit. I did not like it. I did not like how it happened. The whole thing is just I don't like. There's such thing. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't pay attention to it though. So I didn't like it. It sounded like if I don't spend more time on be on choosing the right words and the right approach, it can be problematic, and it can summon problems for me and for the book. Okay, just not it. I'm afraid that it will be mistaken for something it is not. I wrote it in such a way that it sounds like something that I wasn't meant to write, so I am rewriting it. And as far as it is, I like. Also, I don't remember if I told you, but also I am reshaping my villain. Also, not really reshaping, but I'm making more that villain more distinctive and not really distinctive. Distinctive is not the right word. Also, I noticed that I repeat the same words, so I speak faster, but usually I say the wrong words. I'm really cutting the villain out more and more, and some things I just... Because in one hand, I want that villain to feel powerful and so on, but at the other hand, I can't make him like God. I think that the real, like, the closer you understand his possibilities, like his abilities, and what kind of power that villain owns, then more terrifying he will be. Because in one hand, that's what I noticed while... That's why I said reading helps the most. While I was reading Caraval, when that fallen star appeared, they made him seem like he's so powerful, he knows almost everything and so on. First of all, Ant didn't pay off, and, well, at least for me. At some point, he's so powerful that it makes him nothing really. If that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense for me. Because as far as I understand, when I get the clearest picture of villain, then it's that villain is more terrifying, more human, and definitely better than just some obscure power, and you don't really know what you're fighting against. More question could flow. But yes, I'm trying to make... I don't want just omnipresent at some point. I want it to be wisely placed. That's what I'm... Well, at least that's what I'm enduring. So when I stop and... it's not really reflect, but I have the thought that I'm once again editing, but it's crucial. I can't leave it be. And there's other thing I wanted to say that comes with writing, but I once again don't remember. At some point, also this part, at some point I like it, and at some point it's problematic, so I think I'll need to change it. But usually when I sit and change, I like it more than it was. Sometimes I don't, and I just delete it, but also descriptions. Here it is, that's what I wanted to say. So my number one problem all the time is descriptions. I read Night Circus, so at some point I don't really have some issues with it. I like when they're placed, like, not really placed, when they're... Oh my god, how do I say? When they wisely do their job. When descriptions wisely do their job, whatever that is. So there's two things I noticed with description. First thing is, when I posted my prologue, there was a comment saying that descriptions. Something about descriptions, once again. So I tried to add more descriptions in my prologue. But there's no place to add it, okay? It will be just out of place. It just doesn't feel natural. I have a conflict, because readers said there's issue with descriptions. On the other hand, I don't know how to fix it. That will just, still I am just like I am the first person who should like it, and just the reader, I could find a way so it kind of works for both. But right now I can't find it with these descriptions in this prologue, because it will just feel out of place, and I think it will kill the pacing maybe. though I don't know whether anywhere else it works. Second thing with descriptions, as I said, I forget to describe characters. And I tried to do that in the 12th chapter. I really racked my head to find a way to describe them, because I'm writing from perspective of one of the characters who's male and a not really sentimental character. Like among all, he's like just really not the person to care or to really pay attention. I could twist it. If I'm thinking out loud, I could twist it so it so kind of he notices their description, but like from the other side and for another reason. That's harder. Maybe if I spent more time, I could try, but I can't just force it in the place that it won't feel just descriptions for the sake of descriptions. So that's what's on writing. And there was the other thing. There's no politics without religion, so I needed to dive in it as well. And while I've been waiting for my piano teacher, I had time to write an idea down. So I'm working on religion as well. So I need to write it, then I will have the full image. Because recently that's how it feels. When I write it down, there's a lot of nuances I can't close my eyes on. So I think I'll sacrifice some things, just like to open something about the world in the certain chapter, just because the character it doesn't fit. It's the inner world of the characters that should influence their like outer behavior. For me, I mean, it's other thing if I talk about the pain or something that character hides, but it's still visible, just not outside like this vividly. Vividly. I see it coming together. So it feels like a chain. I couldn't move further in the chapter because there's a lot of chains not connected. And there's a gap, and I need to, not just to feel it, with anything under my hand, but that it makes sense. And it really helps, and not just, that I'm just not fixing it with duct tape, for example. So I also made some calls to know what certain things I needed for my book. In a certain sphere, like not really sport, and I also made the call because I don't know enough, but also I realized that I deeply don't trust myself in certain questions, because despite that I still found out a lot of new, the core I understood just fine. Like I had the core, just the outer things I found out, like crucial outer things I found, like learned, but the core, it was there. So basically there was no reason for me to be afraid to write certain things, scenes, a lot of planning, like outlining, but make a guess, it didn't help. I don't know what's wrong. I honestly don't. It feels like some crucial part is lacking. And like I said, I'm once again falling into this hole. I'm about to fall in it once again, and I will need to wait 1 week once again without writing. So I don't really feel like doing it, but on the other hand, I have no idea what should I do. I already see one chapter further, but also I think I'll just need to stop overcomplicating it and just write it. brilliant idea. Don't ask me how I came to it. So there's a lot of work I need to physically do, but also I have no idea, because I see this chapter, maybe like I see 2 chapters ahead, but maybe I do see more. I don't know enough. I still need to, maybe that's a trap. Is that a trap? Because I always feel like there's this thing I am lacking. Always that it's not yet time, I still need to find out, and so on. Like this kind of thought. Always. Like even before I write because like I said, I have 2 characters I developed more or less. But then there is other characters that I still don't really trust myself to write. But on the other hand, I also realized that I learned to write them while I wrote from their perspective, not truly knowing them. Because I don't remember if I said it, but when I wrote that first chapter from one of the main characters, I didn't knew who that or what that character is. I knew that fine, this is the main character, and she does this, but nothing more than that. Nor age, background, what the character wants, what their inner struggles, nothing. I had nothing on that character. I just sat and wrote, and that's how I found that character's voice. So maybe I just really need to trust it. Because also what I realized is that when I try to control it, for some reason I don't write at all. It's weird. I feel weird. I feel insane. I just don't know how I should approach to the story that it goes further. But once again, it goes further, just not the way I imagined it would. Yeah, I have rather this inner conflict. I don't know whether you understand anything, but yeah. And despite my my siblings' preferences, I did change their names. I'm getting used to them. Sometimes they old ones sleep in my head, but I am getting used to them. Alva is still hard to get used to, but it works. I think it works. Plus, my mom said that Alva is better than Rodius. She said that Rodius just sounds completely weird and just not it. There's a lot of things I'm trying to connect in plot. I remember in my second video, maybe it was second video or third. I think third. In my third video I was just like, how do I plot the book? Apparently that's how you plot the book. Because that was very funny of me to think that that some writer can just tell me like on YouTube or write that to outline, do this and this, answer this and this questions, and then you'll have the... Usually when I have those kind of things, it kind of turns up into one of the, like, I can call it cliche, but this kind of fast books. Usually these things that are kind of shortcuts, but they rarely pay off. I haven't seen in a book where this kind of shortcut pays off. So I just think I really need to spend my time and embrace the process the way it is. Also, the other thing I've been thinking about, because I finished Alchemist, and it was fine. I mean, it overcame my expectations, at least, because I found I heard of it on BookTok. It was like kind of hot-headed decision to buy it. I overpaid as well. It overcame my expectations, but there's one thing that I don't really I'm not there's one thing I wouldn't do the way what Senlin Yu did. Maybe it works for her book, but if I talk about myself, then in my book I would rather not to say what they of course at some point I will, but I will not I don't think I'll write scenes with this violence. I think I would rather leave some hints. I would leave some hints, and then the reader can put together. And I would rather leave it to a reader. So I like the thought that readers will put together what happened, and from the not from what the character says, but from what they feel, and the character from what they feel from what the character actually tries to hide happened. I just feel that it will do a lot more if I leave it unsaid. Yes, so I think that's it, because all I can think about is the actual things I already know I should do, but I still don't have time to do them. That's my week. If you watched this video, thank you for finishing watching it. It helps me a lot, and I hope it will at least make you feel better, and maybe you'll feel more motivated even if you're not a writer. I hope it will make you feel somehow better, make me more motivated, maybe something else. And I thank you for finishing watching this video. If you have some questions or tips, because I have a lot of questions, maybe you have some answers, then you can write them in comments. And if you just don't have anything to say, you're speechless to this whole mess, then it will help me a lot if you just leave even a heart or something, just to support this video and my channel, me. If you want to see where it goes, how far it goes, then you can subscribe as well. Yes, you can go and watch my other weekly recaps, better the latest ones. Don't dive too deep. Yes, I hope to see you next Friday, maybe Tuesday if I'm lucky. That's all, folks.